This is Dr. Lou Sella, Doctor of Sport and Performance Psychology. And I just made 2 videos on throwing the football in the Flexbone offense, stuff that's been going on, 2023, the last couple of years. But I'm going to give you 3 seriously important Flexbone offense pass considerations for 2024. I'm going to give you 3 of them right now. These are important pass considerations for 2024. So when you're throwing the ball, be mindful of the following. Number 1, you've got to throw out of run formations, because one-on-one matchups are won when secondary members sacrifice pass coverage for run support. You have to be focused on throwing the ball out of the same formations you run zone dive, mid, triple, trap, and toss. Now, there's an asterisk with that. Double flex, which I'm going to get to in a little bit, if you look at the majority of explosive plays that happen in Air Force's offense, it comes out of the flex formation. It's when the receivers are compressed. That's where they're getting their big pass plays. So I gave you 2 of the 3 considerations right there. You got to throw out of run formations because you got to get the secondary to sacrifice pass coverage for run support. And throwing out of the double flex formation, I also refer to it as the flex formation, is really where Air Force gets their explosive plays. That's what they do, throwing out a double flex. And I've made a lot of videos recently about double flex being the future of triple option football, but I said that 5 years ago. And really the academies were getting that way 2018, 2019. I think once Paul got out of it, it started to evolve more that way. Navy was running a ton of flex. Army was running a ton of flex. Air Force was running a ton of flex, and you can see that. But it's really getting more reflective now, because when you study Air Force's throwing success, is coming from the flex formation. It's when the receivers are near the offensive tackle, because you compress to be able to create explosion on the outside in the thirds. And really, that's where you have a lot of success in the passing game. So you got to throw out of run formations. Now, I get the question far too often about throwing out the heavy formation. The only time you're going to throw out of the heavy formation is if they overload to the heavy side. And coaches, I don't even know if I've ever had a question from a client like, we played a game and they put an extra half defender to the heavy side. That doesn't happen. People usually sacrifice numbers to the heavy side, whether it's a full man, a half man. Sometimes they'll balance it. And this is why Paul Johnson always ran heavy against a post safety, a single high middle of the field safety, because he knew that one of 2 things would happen. The safety would slide, which would give the defense the offense a half man advantage, or they'd bring somebody from the backside to the play side, which would balance everything up. So it's just heavy. The only way you'd ever throw out a heavy is if basically they only had 4 or fewer people away from the heavy side, and then you throw it to the eligible person that you have there. Double flex is the way to go. The flex formation is the way to go. Throwing the football coaches. Like, you want to create explosion with vert, tight end, boot. I know Titan's a little less than it was last year, but don't give up on Titan just yet. Vert, boot, Titan. Big plays to run out of flex, which is going to get me to number 3. Boot's the safest way to do the following. Get 4 people out in a pass route to get vertical routes going, because you can extend plays because of the length of the play. But if you look at boots, the protection is phenomenal, and it's with fewer people. Because what you're doing with the quarterback, you're getting them away from the offensive line. And because of that, you're better off with 6 guys in protection than dropping them straight back and having 7 guys in protection. The boot is so effective in the offense when you run it off the rocket. I just made a video on throwing the backside routes off the boot, how to do that. But rocket boot, best pass play in the offense right now. And really, it's a great way to bind the corner and put the corner in position to where he is so vulnerable. So, 3 seriously important Flexbone offensive considerations for 2024. You want to throw out of run formations, especially flex. Yeah, you want to throw out a spread Air Force gets some explosive out of the spread formation, but ultimately flex is where it's at. So that's 1 and 2. And then number 3, listen, the advantages of boot. It's a way to extend plays. You get better protection with 6 people than you do with 7 people. That's the benefit of the boot. You release 4 people out on a route, and you get better protection. You can extend plays. You protect better than if you drop the quarterback straight back and have 7 in protection. You got more time to get the vertical routes going. And like I said, you get 4 people out in pass routes. So these are the 3 seriously important Flexbone offense pass considerations for 2024. And coaches, if you want to win big in 2024, call me right now, 570-332-0265, 570-332-0265, and go to tripleoptionfootball.com/testimonials. You can see all the success stories that have come from the camps and the academy. The academy's $997. You get it for 2 years. Go to tripleoptionfootball.com to learn more, and then give me a call. And I'll see you later.